And welcome to Face the Tribune with the legendary Rolando Larraz. I'm your co-host, Chris Garcia. It is a proud day to be an American and have Donald Trump as our president. And with that, Rolando, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. Just finished having breakfast with my good friend Michelle Garcia, and I haven't seen her in a couple of months. And she just came to town, and we had the opportunity to exchange some ideas and some stuff, and please see what happened. This is not the way to do things. What can I do?
So how was the strategy?
Busy, yeah. I was surprised to see that many people in there. Very, very busy little hotel.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But my friend Michelle told me she jumped from the top. Yeah. I didn't know you can do that. You know, so, but she's crazy. She's one of those devil, whatever you call that. And this was talking about the people I guess everybody else is talking about, so we can talk about it. That that guy, that doctor that was pulled out of the airplane by the Chicago police. They wanted to get 4 people out of the plane, right? And the doctor said, no, I can't get off the plane just to put an employee of the United Airlines. I got patients that waiting for me. They called the police on him. The police beat the hell out of him. You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, it's everywhere. You guys don't watch internet?
So what happened?
Then they let him out. They let him go back in the plane because 4 people got scared of the Chicago police, and they let him stay in the plane because he got to go to Kentucky. The next morning he got to be in the hospital, and so that was it. But the police beat the hell out of him. I can't believe that. And I said, well, you know, nowadays it might be a good idea to go back to the old days where you travel in a burro and keep going that way, because if you do it in the train, who knows? It might only go to Victorville, like the Harry Reid train to the middle of nowhere. You stop right there at the train to nowhere.
Yes.
And then you got if you drive the bus, if you ride the bus over there from one point to the other one, it might take you forever to get there. So,
Interesting news. Did you hear about Harry Reid?
what happened to him?
He is joining UNLV's law school.
He does?
That's what we.
What for? I saw he is a lawyer.
Yeah, maybe he's going to teach there. Maybe he's going to
he's going to teach.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When are we going to finish with this guy?
When I saw that, I knew he would be happy.
When are we going to end up with this Harry Reid stuff? He gonna be teaching over there? What are they gonna pay him? Same salary he used as a.
Gotta continue.
So this is an insult to the people, to the human race. God.
You gotta continue to pay for that, what is that condo that he's living in? What is that? That house that he's living in? He's gotta keep paying for it. So now UNLV is gonna be paying. Yeah, he's joining UNLV's law school. Yes, he is. So.
Did he got the Secret Service still?
I don't know. That'd be interesting to find out. Do the senators get him for the rest of their life?
I know he doesn't. He did have it when he was. I don't know.
That would be interesting to find out. I really would. We pay him for him to stay safe, I guess. I was reading up on Bob Beard, so he got 43% of the vote, huh?
Yeah.
Soroka got 29% of the vote. So that's why there's got to be a general election. They're saying that the outcome of their election is going to depend on who the supporters of Christina Roach supporters, who they go behind. Do you think they'll go behind Bob? Or
say that again?
What's her name, Christina Roche, or she was another candidate that was running in Ward 2, and they say whoever the supporters of her goes behind will probably win the election. So I'm wondering, will they go behind our friend Bob Beers or the Soroka guy, the Air Force guy?
I don't know. He got a lot of powerful enemies. In this race, he got Franklin, whatever his last name, I forgot. And he got Jack Binion.
Mm-hmm.
People are afraid to be against Jack Binion. And the other guy, Frankenstein, he used to be with the conventional authorities.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be a lawyer for some gaming company.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I hope not. I hope Bob Beard, but I think he's running scared because he hasn't even returned my phone calls. They might call him to stay away from the Tribune. I wouldn't be surprised. They've done it before. So I don't know. And next Monday is going to be the 56th anniversary of the Bay of Pigs. They're gonna have this deal with the Bay of Pigs.
Wow, 56 years. Has it been that long?
Yeah, 56 years. And well, Castro was there, was in charge for 58 years, How come it's short?
It's the only one I got for you. And
What?
I took one sip. I thought it was for me. My husband just said you need water, so I'm giving it to you.
No, okay.
$20 billion.
So you put your mouth in there?
Probably.
Oh my God. So anyway, we are the people were Rand Paul.
Right. Yeah.
Rand Paul was upset because the president didn't wait for the okay from the Congress to attack Syria. And the Las Vegas Tribune wrote an editorial saying that he could not do that because otherwise the people in Congress will notify the media, and the media will do the same fiasco they did 56 years ago
Yes.
with Bay of Pigs.
Absolutely.
Fidel was standing over there waiting for the invasion to arrive.
Yes.
Because the stupid Main Street media in the United States was opening their mouths and wrote about it before they even left Guatemala, and that's where the invasion came from. Guatemala and I forgot the other country. I think Honduras. I think it was. You know, it's not. It doesn't make any sense how they do that. So, I think President Trump did the right thing.
Yes,
Keep his mouth shut, give the order, and go.
Yes.
And finish with the cancer of. He didn't finish the cancer, but and give a good hit
Yes.
on it.
To ISIS, yes. And
You
Syria.
know, I think
Absolutely.
it was perfect thing to do.
Yes.
You know, and we talked about yesterday about David Thomas firing his client, Judge Massey. I saw her husband in court yesterday. We rode the elevator together. He didn't even say hi to me. I don't know why these people are getting to be, as long as you do what they said, as long as they like what they hear from your mouth, you're a good guy. As soon as something is different, you're not a good guy no more. I had a guy in the courthouse one day congratulate me and praise me and almost kiss me and hug me because what I was writing was the right thing to do. And then the next time I saw him, he was pissed because what I wrote, it was wrong.
To him.
Well, anyway, who read that trash? I said, well, you did. How do you know what I wrote if you don't,
Right.
if you didn't read the paper? I said, it's funny because last week you were very happy with the paper,
Right.
and now you're not happy. We cannot please everybody. We cannot do that.
That's right.
It's, but I thought that was the perfect thing to do. What the president, the administration, it wasn't even him. It was the administration dude that
Yes.
did that.
When you get a chance, could you please look up Harry Reid is joining UNLV's law school. See it. I'm trying to figure out what position. Maybe they might talk about his pay. I doubt it, but we might find out what position he's going to be working at. UNLV.
Yeah, and maybe we find out how much he can pay. Because he's almost $200,000 a year. It's not enough.
No.
You need to make extra money.
At least. At least.
I couldn't believe. I could not believe what things happened. And now everybody else is welcome the Raiders, welcome the Raiders. And what about the people of Clark County?
Yeah. That's right.
Why don't they say, welcome the people of Clark County, we're taking their money to build the stadium so somebody else can profit and the people pay for it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the owner, Mark Davis, he's getting so many kickbacks.
Huh?
Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, he's getting so many kickbacks to bring the Raiders to Las Vegas. It's crazy. he doesn't even have to start paying the NFL until the year 2020. That's when he has to start paying them I guess when you move from one city to another, you have to pay the NFL fees to move. And it's a lot of money. It's into the hundreds of millions of dollars, but they're backing it off. He doesn't even have to start paying them until the year 2020. So he's getting all kind of tax breaks and all kind of kickbacks from the city of Las
And I
Vegas.
tell you, he
From the
surprised me.
NFL.
I didn't think he was going to come to Las Vegas. I thought he was BSing everybody.
Right, yeah.
I wrote about that.
Mhm.
You know, it's not
You're right. They do that often. They hold the city hostage so they can get a better deal where they're at. I think to the last minute they was negotiating with Oakland, trying to get a better deal. I think they used Las Vegas as leverage, and then when they figured out they weren't going to get the deal there, then they decided to come here. But I think we were all in. The city of Las Vegas, I believe, was all in on getting the Raiders. But I think you're right. Mark Davis was. I think he was using us to get a better deal in Oakland. I think if he'd have got a deal in Oakland, he would have stayed there. But I don't think that he got the deal that he wanted.
No, of course.
When he saw a $1.9 billion stadium opportunity, tax incentives, and the relocation fees wouldn't have to be paid until 2020, I think he ran with the opportunity.
I think Nevada is doing all wrong. I think people are happy, people are honored, people should be honored to be in this city, and they don't need that much of a incentive or anything like that.
Yes.
I think people should be lucky that we let them in here.
Yes.
And they are not doing the right thing by giving the whole house to somebody. I never forget that Sigeblum, the wife, used to work at the city hall. She's friends with the Goodmans, and she has a friend in New York. They want to come here. They give him that building over there, the beautiful building. I love that building on Charleston and Main Street. Number 1 East Charleston, I think it is. And number 1 West Charlotte, or I don't know if it's East or West. It's right in the corner. They give him all kind of stuff. Free tax, free this, free that. He was there for 2 years, and then he walked away and left.
That's what happens.
And that's what happened when you give too much.
Right.
It's like I will tell, like I tell every woman, you say, as soon as I don't mean to be rude or nasty, but as soon as you open your legs, the guy is not going to give you anything else. They got what they want. They don't need to.
That's what's the old saying? Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Right.
That's right.
No, it's impossible.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we are. I don't know. I don't know if the city is getting desperate or the state is getting desperate, but I think some of the deals they're making are desperate. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know. I really have been for years beginning to question exactly what the casino take is the last decade or so. I think the take has been down every year, Rolando. I think these casinos are hemorrhaging money, and I think that they're desperate to get some sort of other revenue. But I don't think the NFL, I don't think the Raiders are going to bring revenue into the city, into the state. I really don't. I think it's going to cost the people of Nevada money. I think it's going to cost the people of Las Vegas money. I don't think they're going to bring a revenue to certain people. They will, the very people at the top, but not to the average citizen.
Let me tell you something. Every time they get deals like that, look at that little train they go to the airport. What do you call that?
The monorail.
The monorail. It was supposed to be a private thing, and ended up by the county or the state paying for it. And the Train to Nowhere from Harry Reid is gonna be the same way. And every time they do something, they BS the citizens, they BS the voters. And this is what people need to realize. You cannot in good faith trust what the government is doing and saying. And the people need to realize, the government need to realize that the people are getting fed up with their stupid behavior and the stupid way of BSing people. You know, it's insulting the intelligence of the human beings.
Yes.
They need to stop and give. That's why I was so happy with the result of the election in the city, because the people are being more educated, they've been more into what's going on
Yes.
for me and what is going on, what is coming for the people. And that's what I love, that result of the election. But they need to stop thinking that they can do things without consulting and talking to the taxpayers.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you don't want to give any respect to the citizens that are here, then probably are retiring and are not paying any taxes or anything, but at least respect those of us who are doing the right thing and paying taxes and paying paying taxes.
Yes, absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
You know, don't try to calm people anymore.
Yeah.
It's enough.
That's right. Let's talk about this a little bit, Rolando, because I mean you're a student of history, and I know how much you love your country, even though we talk about it sometimes. But I know you love the country of Cuba. You love what it was. I know you don't love what it is right now. I know you love America. You consider yourself an American. But where were you when the Bay of Rolando took place, when it happened?
I was here.
You were here.
I was here.
What were you thinking, Rolando? Were you scared? Were you nervous? Were you?
No, I didn't. I thought it was a shame. Then these people were not able to get the support that they were promised, you know. And there's so many versions of that. I interviewed a guy, I don't remember if he was in Bay of Pig or not, but the late attorney Waldo de Castro Verde, he was in Bay of Pig. And he introduced me to this guy. Then it was supposed to be the guy who arrested Che Guevara and turned him into the American, what do you call it, intelligence units. But some people, it's too many versions. One of the versions that I learned is they wanted the American flag to be put in Cuba when they arrived, and the Cuban people wanted to have the Cuban flag put in there when they arrived. And there was a discussion about that, and the Cubans didn't put the American flag, so the American flag, so the air support didn't show up, didn't come, and that's why it was a failure. To me, the failure was by the mainstream media. I always believe that the Congress in the United States is always been pink. It might not be red as a communist, but it's a pink. It's a dark pink. It's socialist. It's easy to be socialist when you're making good money and you got a good insurance and good retirement. Everybody can be generous mouth. I mean, you can promise this, promise that, give this, give that, but when you have to use your own money, it's a different story.
Absolutely.
And I believe that the American Congress let the mainstream media know about the invasion, and then Fidel was waiting for over there. That's all. Everybody got arrested. Everybody except 100 of the 1,200 or 1,400 invasion. The 100 of them were killed. They died trying to save the country, and the other 1,100 or 1,200, they were arrested, and then they got this exchange food for prisoners. The United States give Cuba, I don't know how many millions of dollars in food in exchange for the freedom of those Brigade 2506. They were arrested in Cuba, and that's what it was. I think it was more like a payback, I guess, for the.
Do you think even if they had gotten air support, do you think that they could have removed Castro from power?
I don't know. I don't know how. I was not involved in the operation. I was not. To be honest with you, I was not even interested in finding that out, because I feel that my personal opinion is that I didn't put Castro in there. I don't have to take him down. Whoever, it's a lot of Cubans that supported Castro, a lot of Cubans that wanted Castro to be the president. Now they have to pay the consequence of having a criminal dictator, socialist, communist, and everything else in the country that once was a beautiful country, once was a fantastic place to live and a fantastic place to go for vacation and everything else. I believe that if it wasn't for Castro, Las Vegas would not be what it is today. Yeah? Well, that's my opinion. Everybody that was here in 1959, it came from Cuba. All the casino owners and everything, they came back over here because Castro took them down. You know, that's the only reason why they were here. And Castro wanted to have his way, and he did. That's the only idea I had, the only thing I can think about it. He wanted to prove a point, and he did. He proved a point very well. 58 years later, he's still there. You know, it's
That's right.
it's unbelievable.
So that's what made you, write the little article and support Donald Trump in the way that he attacked Syria, just to do it.
Yeah,
Don't talk to the media about it. Don't.
yeah, do it.
Yes.
Don't ask for permission. You know That's why you got the national security advisor, and that's why you got all those people over there. Forget about the Congress. What do they know? All they know is how to beg for campaign contributions. That's all. They are beggars. They are all a bunch of whores. That's what it is. Simple as that.
That's right.
They know how to beg for money. That's all they do.
That's right.
They need to, I think Donald Trump need to go emphasize now in getting the term limit.
Mm-hmm.
Term limit. There's no need to have somebody over there for 30, 40 years. You know, we don't need people like Harry Reid being in Congress like that. You know, you wanted to serve the country, fine, 2 terms, 12 years serving the country, that's perfect. That's much less than what they spend when they serve the country and when they go to the service.
That's right.
They only do what, 4 years,
4
3 years?
4 years.
4
You have
years?
to do re-up for another term. Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Yeah.
So, if they can do that, if they can get away with 4 years of serving the country, getting paid a miserable salary, because they don't make that much. I don't even think they make 200 a month. I don't know how much their service make. Do you? You didn't do service, right?
No, my dad did. It depends on your position and how long you've been in. I mean, some service members that have a higher ranks and have been in for a while,
Well,
they do
yeah,
pretty
but,
good. But just starting off, no, you don't. Pay is very little. Like you said, I think maybe a couple of hundred a week. You might get 800 to 1,000 a month. That's about it. You know?
a week? Oh, a week? I thought
No,
about
a
a
month.
month.
No, a month. A month. You might get about $1,000 a month. That's about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that much.
A month? That's nothing. $1,000 for 1 month? That's nothing to live on. No. They do provide, I think, housing and schooling and stuff for your kids if they live on base, but yeah, it's not much to live on. A couple of $100 a week, that's not much to survive on, especially if you're sending that money home. So yeah, but you're right. I mean, 4 years, that's all they do, and then they have to re-up for another term. So if it's good enough for the military, it should be good enough for our politicians.
Well, that's right.
6 years,
That's what
maybe
I
2
keep
terms.
saying.
That's about it. Yeah,
That's what I keep saying.
that's it. Yeah. Did you ever find out what Harry Reid? What he's
It says former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid is joining the UNLV Boys School of Law as its first distinguished fellow in law and policy. The Nevada Democrat will work with law school students and alumni, lecture and participate in classes and pursue writing projects. We are delighted that Senator Reid will be joining the law school as the first distinguished fellow in law and policy. Law school Dean Daniel Hamilton said in a statement, "This is an unprecedented opportunity for Boyd School of Law students to interact with and learn from one of the most prominent lawyers and policymakers in the history of Nevada."
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
He's going to be in on the decision making and what's going on at UNLV's Boys School of Law. So we're going to have a whole bunch of future lawyers that are going to be. Harry Reid is going to have influence on.
They're going to, what do you call that, brainwashing?
Yes, that's what he's going to do.
That's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of Harry Reids.
His legacy is going to live on. He's going to have the airport named after him. He's going to be, this dude will never go away.
I said that.
You did.
I said that. He's not going to go away. He's not going to go away. Every time she sees that group of people over there, she got to go out there. I don't understand.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. She's going there now.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. When I read that, I said, oh, I got to tell my boss this. He's going to get a kick out of this. Harry Reid's going to be in UNLV. That's my former school. I'm ashamed. I'm going to have a bunch of little Harry Reids running around, or Harry Reid lawyers. I'm sure some of them are going to turn into future politicians. So his legacy will live in the state of Nevada forever. Unbelievable. This dude will not go away.
I thought he was going to bring them over here so he can interrupt my radio show like yesterday. Well,
You got nothing to say.
huh?
You got nothing to say.
You better have nothing to say. This is almost a free country. I mean, almost a free place of work.
Oh, man.
What did she die?
I don't know.
Is
Kind of
an
scary.
electric razor? You got an electric razor? And you shaving?
So now they're trying to connect the Syrians with the Russians, that gas attack. They're saying that Russia had something to do with it, that they supplied the chemicals or something like that. So they will not let Russia. I'm telling you, our Congress and our Senate, they will not let Donald Trump have anything to do with Russia. Anything that happens around the world, Russia has something to do with.
Luckily, the Secretary of State is there now.
Rex Tillerson, yes, he is.
And he gonna talk to his buddy Putin.
Yes.
Putin, right?
Putin, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
He's
right.
gonna straighten everything.
That's right.
Forget about that. Those stupid mainstream media.
That's right. That's right. Could you look that up for us, Sian? When you get a chance, just look up the trip that the Secretary of State is making. To
No,
Russia.
look at that. She has a smile. She has a smile all day long. She's in a bad mood again.
Oh, she was smiling earlier.
She's smiling at you because she had to sleep with you. But, you know, it's not. Look at the way when I talk, she changed her face.
Does he?
Yeah. It's okay. Wait until the end of the year when the $20 million check has to be signed. Yeah.
So there's a bill in the Nevada State Senate, and they want to spend $1.65 billion to revive the Yucca Mountain project. So it looks like we're going to be getting the country's nuclear waste in our backyard. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to spend that much money to bring it back on the. Is she leaving again? What is going on with her?
$1.65 billion to bring back Yucca Mountain.
Billions.
Billion. $1.65 billion bill to revive the Yucca Mountain project. So I think that's another done deal. I think it's just a matter of time before they're shipping that nuclear waste here to Nevada. How far out of Las Vegas is that one? Do you know?
I don't know. I think about 90 miles.
It's not far.
What's the difference? It's going to be money for Las Vegas. They need to stop being so ridiculous. They use that as a campaign slogan.
Right, to stop it from coming.
Yeah. Every time it's an election, they come out with that, and then after the election, they stop.
Mhm.
It's a game. I'm sick and tired of these politicians using issues and just to win elections, you know.
Mhm. Absolutely.
I think it's ridiculous that they do that. It's not the nicest things to do.
Mhm.
It's not the right thing to do.
No.
So
Do you think it's any dangers in burying the nuclear waste out there? Do you think it's any?
I don't think it's any danger at all.
Mhm.
But what do I know, right? I don't even speak English. I don't see any problem with that. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, you know. And I believe it can be a financially well done issue for the people, for the state. To be honest with you, for the state.
How would that work? Does the federal government pay the state to dump it there, or?
Probably.
Yeah.
All I know is gonna be jobs, and all I know is gonna be visitors. This is almost like Hoover Dam. What is that?
It's a Bible.
Oh. It's like a Hoover Dam in the 20s and the 30s when they start coming over here to build Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
You know, it's not what? I can't hear you.
I said, what am I looking up again? I apologize for that.
Oh, I wanted to know about Rex Tillerson's, the Secretary of State, his visit to Russia.
Yeah. How long are you gonna be there?
He's a good friend of Vladimir Putin, so.
Yeah, I hear that they are very good friends.
Yes, that's why he picked him. Yeah. I was wondering that because I always thought Rudy Giuliani was going to be the front runner for Secretary of State, but I guess Donald Trump knew that Tillerson, when he was the CEO of ExxonMobil, he had a very good relationship with the Russians.
Yeah, no, I think Giuliani would have been good for Justice Department or.
So his visit to Russia or his warning to Russia?
His visit.
Visit, okay.
Yeah, I think.
What, he won Russia?
One of the, it says, okay, let's look at that way. It's saying that Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said on Tuesday that President Bashar al-Assad.
No, that's the warning to Syria.
Okay.
I'm talking about the visit to Russia.
Okay.
He visited Russia. Yeah. He probably had to go smooth things over because a lot of the mainstream media was blaming Russia. They're saying Russia had something to do when Assad attacked his own people with the chemical weapons, and they're saying that Russia supported some of those chemical weapons and even provided airplanes in the strike.
I don't know. I guess I'm too ignorant. But what do we care what happened over there between Russia and Syria? What do we care about that? That is the problem that we have now. We're putting our nose everywhere where we don't belong.
Yes.
Why is this big deal? Why is the media have to be antagonizing everybody?
Yeah.
They look like a little old ladies putting people against each other. You know, I think the people of this nation are getting tired of that game.
I agree with you.
I believe people don't care anymore. I don't understand. Why is this there? Well, so what? He got involved with Syria. Let him get involved with Syria. That's not our business. That's not our problem. You know, but, go ahead.
All right. So Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is a one-time recipient of Russian Order of Friendship from Russian President Vladimir Putin, whose appointment as top U.S. diplomat was seen as a nod to the Trump administration. Pro-Russian inclination arrives Tuesday in Moscow amid seething tension over the ongoing conflict in Syria. The trip is the most sensitive to date for Tillerson. The Secretary of State is seeking to leverage both international condemnation over the Syrian regime, alleged use of Syrian gas against civilians, and President Donald Trump's recent display of American military might be to weaken Russians' support for President Bashar al-Assad. Several State Department officials told CNN Tillerson's strategy for the trip is to highlight Russia's responsibility and culpability for Assad's actions in an effort to share Putin into doing more to end the conflict and drive a wedge between Moscow and Damascus.
Okay.
And you know, most of the time the media are able to do what they plan to do because we let them.
That's right.
If we don't pay attention to that, whatever Russia wants to do with Syria or Syria with Russia, it is their business. Why do we have to go from here to there to do that? And that's the main problem. We are getting involved in somebody's homework that they don't need to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Do you agree, or you think that the media should be involved in it?
I think that it could be very dangerous for Donald Trump to get off track. I think that what he ran his campaign on and why people voted for him was to put the United States first. And I hope that he doesn't get caught up in these international wars and airstrikes and things like that. Because you can get dragged into a war very easy. Very easy. The next thing you know, then we have to send ground troops. Now you're taking money. I always believed George Bush's presidency was doomed after 9/11 because he had to spend all of that money in Iraq. And you can't really get anything done when you're running a war. There's nothing you can get done. You know, the war takes all of the presidents on everything. So I hope that he's not dragged into a conflict in the Middle East, Donald Trump, because there are so many things that he has to get done in the United States. We don't want to get off forgetting that wall, building the wall. Tax reform, immigration reform. There's so many things that he promised the American people. I hope he doesn't get into because he was against that. He was against, settling conflicts around the world. That's got nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you.
And I tell you, I believe that we don't even have to worry about the immigration reform. The immigration laws are there.
They are.
Enforce the damn laws. That's all they need to do.
That's right.
It's not that big of a deal. You cannot be here, you cannot be out. And like I said before, 3 or 4 weeks ago, there's enough people in this country, they are willing to go to work and anything and anywhere just to support their family. And if we don't have enough people being able to support the family, we got enough people in prison probably doing time for a crime they did not commit, that they can go to work just for the idea of getting out of that stupid place they are in. That's all. I'm not asking to let a mass murderer or a terrorist or even just a single murder out of the prison. I'm suggesting, I'm not even asking, I don't care. I suggest that they should have these people going out to work, going out to do something they can work for the best of the country.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's all it is. It's not that big of a deal. Think, if we send the illegals back, who's going to do the job? We got plenty of people to do the job, and they don't take in welfare, they don't take in food stamps, they don't take in any of that stuff.
That's right.
And I tell you another thing they can do. People that are on welfare, getting paid for, they can go to work.
That's what Ronald Reagan believed in. That's what Ronald Reagan believed in. Absolutely.
Yeah, but he didn't do it.
Yeah.
He believed in it, but he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well,
He need to find somebody that is good enough BS to convince the whoever they need to convince that they need to put people in welfare to work. So
absolutely.
So between people in the street, between people in welfare, between prisoners, we got enough. We got enough people to go to work.
That's right. And our unemployment would go down to almost zero.
The unemployment will go down to zero.
That's right.
And the welfare will reduce.
Right.
And everything, and the cover will grow.
That's right. That's
Simple
right.
as that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Rolando. Yep.
And I hope that's what Donald Trump have in mind.
Yes.
And President Trump.
Yes.
You know, I don't believe that it can be any other way. We need to straighten things out. We need to strengthen the economy.
Yes.
We need to definitely straighten ourselves up.
Yes.
We are lowered our defense, and it's not supposed to be
That's
like
right.
that.
That's right.
But anyway, I believe that it is time for us to
We got about
do something, right?
We got about 2 minutes left. Yeah, tell us about the Las Vegas Tribune, everyone. We'll be out tomorrow, so make sure that you go online and get it or subscribe to it. Is any nice articles coming up that people should know about?
Oh
Give
yeah,
them a little
we
tease.
got
What's going on?
a few articles, and Thomas Mitchell is have a couple great articles like always. Yeah, and it's going to be a fantastic edition of Las Vegas Tribune, and you need to read it. That's all I can tell you. It's not
Tell people how do they go online and get how do they view the Las Vegas Tribune, Rolando?
www.lasvegastribune.com. And then when you get to the website, you turn to the right, it's the blue banner. You click that blue banner, and that will give you the newspaper. That's you got two ways to look. You can go page by page, or you can go hit by hit.
Excellent.
Either way.
And if they would like to advertise in the Las Vegas Tribune or Radio Tribune, what is the number that they can call?
702-426-5962.
Excellent.
5962.
Call in, get a bundle. They have wonderful bundles here where you can be on the radio shows, commercials, and you can have advertisement in the Las Vegas Tribune.
And sometimes when you call and the phone is not answered the way you expect, it's because that young lady in that phone sometimes is answering 3 lines at the same time. She's very, very busy, and sometimes she thinks she's going back to one customer, and then she go back to the other one, and she play what do you call it? She played domino with that chess, jumping like that. And the other day, she said, "Okay, how can I help you?" And what happened is that she put somebody on hold, and then she said, "Okay, how can I help you?" And I thought that I could not believe that she can be that fantastic on the phone, and everybody was happy.
Oh, good.
Everybody but me.
With that, thank you so much for watching Face the Tribune with the legendary Rolando Larraz. Don't forget the Las Vegas Tribune, the best newspaper in the city of Las Vegas, the only independent, truth-telling. Please look it up online and read it. The Las Vegas Tribune will be out tomorrow. Wonderful. Thank you for watching. God bless America. God bless our troops. And Godspeed to our president, Donald Trump. Thank you.